Hi friends, I have something important for you. If you're having any Python kind of error in your code or bug issues or any kind of error in your Python code, I'll help you fix it through fiverr.com. My link is at the description below. So it is just for $5 and it's under 24 hours. I'll perfectly and quickly fix the error you have in your script, any kind of error you have your script that you know that is so difficult for you to fix. So let's get started right away. Hi friends, in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a file renamer app using Python Kivy. For example, now I want to change the name of this file. I want to change the name of this file from Python to another thing through this um, app here. So through this Kivy app. So here's what it do. It says enter the name of your directory. I'll check and copy the name of the directory right over here and I'll paste the directory here. So it says enter the name of the directory only. So I've entered the name of the directory. It says write the name of the file, which is Python, and also it says write the name of the new file. I'll call it tutorial. So when I enter rename file, it says name has been changed, and also it changes the text to tutorial. So that's what we are going to be working on today. So let's get started. Hi friends, please, if this is your first time watching, please don't forget to hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button, and please do not forget to support me on PayPal. The link is at the description below. So let's get started. So our first step now is to import the most important libraries, which is from Kivy.app, import the app. So our second step is to write from Kivy dot properties, then import string property. Then right over here, we are going to write from Kivy dot lang, then lang dot builder, then import builder, and also we need from Kivy dot uix dot screen manager, then import both screen and screen manager, and finally we write import os. So that's our first step. So our second step now is to create the app class. I'll say class, then I'll call it file rename, then now write app right over here. Then under here I'll just write pass. Then I'll create another class which is the main screen. Then I'll call it main screen, then screen right over here. Then I'm going to write pass, and also I'll just write file name, then right over here dot run. So let's run it now and see it's empty now. So that's how to display the screen. So let's move on to the next step. So now in this next step, what we are going to do now is to create our KV file. So to create that, I'll write sm equal to screen manager, then sm dot add widget. Yeah, add this widget main screen, the class of it. Then I'll call the name. I'll just write name equal to main. So right over here now, what I'm going to do is that I'll come right over here and create a variable called I'll create a KV file name called screen manager, right, equal to. So right over here now, what I'm going to do is that we are going to be working on the KV file in this next step. So before we work on the KV file now, here's what we are going to do. We are going to come over this file namer app here and create a variable called screen, which is equal to builder dot load string, then which is the screen manager right over here. This screen manager. Then I'll come over here, write return screen. Yes, return screen. That is this variable. So let's continue. Oh, sorry, right over here, I'm supposed to create a function which build self. Then put this one in tab here. So I think that's all for this step now. So now let's quickly work on the KV file. So right over here, I'm going to write screen manager right over here. So then we are going to write main screen, and right over here we are going to create a class which is um okay, yeah, main screen class. So right over this main screen class, I'm going to write our name is going to be uh, main main. Then I'll write relative um, layout. Give it a relative layout. I'll say orientation is going to be vertical, vertical. Then our position is going to be self dot position. So now let's move on to label. So we are going to create our label. Then under this label, we are going to call it right text. It's going to be welcome to PC file re, re renamer app. So right over here, I'm going to give it the position underscore hint, which is going to be um we are going to give it um center center underscore x is going to be 0.5. Then center underscore y is going to be 0.905. So then the other description is text underscore size, and I'm going to give it I'll write self 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 dot height over 15, then multiply it by 0.75. So the second this step now is to, after creating our our text label, our intro label. The next thing we are going to do now is to position. Let me run it now and see how it looks like now. It's still showing some sort of, what's the error right over here? It's saying float self dot height. Okay, I'm supposed to put font size is font. So let's run it now and see. So it says welcome to PC5 Renamer app. So in our next step now, let's create another label, label, label. We are going to write um, text. Is going to be um, write the directory to your file only. So after that, we are going to write position underscore hint. Then we are going to give it some certain description. I'll just copy and paste rather than wasting time here. I'll just copy and paste this here. I'll copy and paste here. Then just change the text to this thing. The center is going to be x is going to be 3, our y is going to be 0.705, and our size is going to be, this one is going to be 6 here. So let's run now and see the result now. So write the name of the directory for your write the directory to your file only. So let's put the text input right now. So to put the text input right now, we are going to come over here and write um, text input. Then under here, I'm going to write ID. It's going to be directory. Directory. Then size underscore hint is going to be 0.4 and 0.05. Then position, I'll just copy this position right over here. I'll copy and paste here. Position underscore hint center x is going to be 0.76, then center y is going to be 0.75. So let's run it now and see the result. So now it says write the directory to your file only. So that's our step. Now let's move on to the next step. So in our next step, also we want to say write the name of the directory to your file only, write the name of your file, and also we want here to be write the name of the new file. Then we'll now click on a button to rename the file. So that's what we are going to be working on the rest of this tutorial. So let's move on. So right over here now, I'm going to come over here. I'll just copy this and paste it because two times, because we need it actually two times. Right over here, I'll paste it here, and I'll come over here to do the same thing. I'll paste it here. Label text, um, label text, label text right over here. So this time now, instead of write the name to the directory of your file only, I'll just write um the name of uh, the file. So I'll just change the position. X is going to be 0.24, then Y is going to be 0.605. Then our self dot height um our self dot height is going to be 0.65 is correct right over here. So let's move on to this text input. Instead of the ID to be directory, this time we are going to call the ID to be file name. It should correspond with this one. It should be consistent with this one. Since we want to get the idea of the file name we want to write. So right over here, I'm just going to change the size underscore hint. That is the size of the text input. So this position underscore hint, I'll change the position, which is I'm going to give it x value is going to be 0.537, then y value is going to be 605, and also the last step now is to write the name of the new file. Write the name of the 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 write the new new name of the file. So the new name of the file, so let's give it the position. The position is 0.2, x is going to be 0.277, then the y is going to be 0.505, and also the self dot height is going to remain the same. So this text input for this is going to change to new um is going to change to new file name. So under here, I'm going to give it 0.2 here and still remain here. So this one here is going to be 0.61, and y is going to be 0.505. So let's run it now and see the result now. As you can see now, it says write the directory to your file only, write the name of your file and write the new name of your file. So we have the text input for all of them. So let's move to the final step, which is to input the button on the screen. So now to add our button, now we'll come over here and we are going to write button. uh, Button is going to be, give it the property, write text, which is going to be the name of the text is going to be rename file, and the position underscore hint, I'll just come over here and paste right here. I'll change the x value and the y value. So let's run it now. The size of the body is big, so let's modify the size. So we are going to say size underscore hint is going to be uh 20% at the x and 1% at the y, 10% on the y. Still showing what hint right over here. So let's run it now. That's changed. So the position now, I think is 0. Let me adjust the position down. So I think it's going to be 3 here. So let's run it and see. So our final step now is to add a text input to tell us that whenever we click on rename file, it's going to tell us that the file has been renamed. So let's work on that now. So right over here, you are going to come here and write text input. I'll just copy this and paste here. I'm going to copy this here. I'll paste it here. Text input. The ID is going to be answer. The name of the ID is going to be answer. Then size underscore is going to be 0.3 and and instead of this is 1 5. So the position is going to be 0.44 and 0.105. So let's run it now and see the result. So as we can see now, we have the text input right over here that whenever we click on rename file and when we put our directory or click on rename file, it's going to show that and we have already renamed the file right over here. So our last step now is to make it work, to work on the main coding aspect of it for the application to run perfectly. So let's get started. So on the final step now, let me run this program and show you something. Whenever we impute our directory to the directory of the file only and the name of the file and the new name we want to change the file to, then we click on this rename file. After we click on this rename file, we want to make sure that the whenever we press this button, it perform the function of changing the name of a certain file in a directory. So let's work on that right now. So right over here, I'm going to come over to the main screen class here and create a function which is I'm going to create a function which is rename file. So here, what we are going to do now, right over here now, is that we are going to come over to this button side. We are going to write on press. Then the on press is going to be root dot this class here rename file, root dot rename file. So when we click on the this thing, we write. So we tell the program to come over to this function right over here. So let's work on programming the function. So now to work on the function now, we are going to come over here and create a variable which is we call it old name. Old name is going to be equal to self dot ids dot directory dot text. So what did this the old name is that we want to replace the old name of the here's what we are trying to do now here. The name of the we are coming over here, this id, the name of it which is directory right over here. We are connecting it to this right over here. So we are going to write old name, then right over here we are going to write um I'm going to call it space. Space is going to be equal to len, old name. We want to get the length of the directory. That's what we want to do. We want to get the length of the directory by writing this. So what we are going to do right now is that old name is going to be equal to self dot ids dot directory dot text is going to be the position of space, which is the length. I would call it length. I'll call it length instead of space. Length is going to be the length. That means what we are going to do right here is that let me show you something. Then plus self dot ids dot file name dot text. This is the file name here when it says write the new name of the file. So right over here, so right over here, what we just did now is that this directory, we want to join it together with the file name so that Python can be able to read the directory completely. So that's what we are doing right over here. So here now we are going to create a variable which is new underscore name. So under this new name, I'm going to say self dot ids dot directory dot text is going to be the length plus self dot ids dot new file name dot text. So here's what we want to do. We want to join the directory file again under this variable. We want to join the directory file together with the new file. And once we do that now, we are going to come over here, and then the last thing we are going to do now is that we are going to replace the the new name with the new name over the old name. So here we are going to write os dot rename, then I'm going to write old name, then replace then I write new name, then new name. The new name will be will do replace the old name. And also, not that I just replace the old name, we want Python to show us that name has been changed. So we connect our IDS. We come over here and write we come over here and write self dot ids dot answer dot text is going to be equal to str, then we are going to write name has been changed. So I think that's all. So now let's run the program and see for ourselves. So it says error right over here. It says unpressed. The error is right over here. Rename file and attribute. Okay, I think I made a mistake. I wrote unpressed. It's unpressed. Let's run it now and see our result now. Let's assume now what we want to change now is the name of this text right over here. We want to change the name of the text from tutorial to Python. So to do that now, we are going to come over here and say copy the directory link, we copy it here and we paste it, and also add our slash. So write the name of the file. I'm going to call it tutorial, and write the new name of the file, which is Python. Then let's rename it. So it says name has been changed, and it changes. Look at it right over here, it changed that the name. So now let's name it from Python to tutorial. So I'll just copy this right over here and paste it. I'll call this the new name will be tutorial. So let's run it now. It says name has been changed, so you can see now the name is changing right while we click on rename name. So I think that's all for this program. That's how to create a file renamer app using Python Kivy. So thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Hi, please, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button. And please do not forget to support me on PayPal. The link is at the description below. So thanks for watching and see you in my next video.